So hello guys, how are you? Welcome to my channel. I'm Isabel and this is Bella's commentary. Here, we comment on the different socio-economic, sometimes political, not always, because politics can be a bit tricky. But we comment on all these things, so we get some insights, some inspiration. Sometimes it's educative, sometimes it's just entertaining, and we're here for it. So welcome. Come in, because what are we talking about today? Well, today is, you guessed it, Diddy's day. And the question is, did he do it? Did he do it? Did he do it? Well, this is my take on that. And well, what can I say, guys? This is wild. You know myself, I'm a millennial. So to imagine that our legends, our black legends are just falling one after another. It feels like that, right? But we have been protecting these people for far too long. So many around him have been complacent. And it was the same with R. Kelly, Diddy has just been doing this over and over again for the last almost 30 years, guys. There were always these rumors in the 90s that Diddy's parties were just wild. And so many different people said so many things, people from the industry. But, most times they were not taken seriously because this man just had so much power. It is insane what fame and money and a thirst for power can do to you and can do to others, because Diddy has really victimized so many people. And let's not forget, it's not just about all these things that he's being accused of. There have been rumors from way back when that he was not good to his artists, that most of the artists that were signed under Bad Boy were not doing so well. Others ended up in prison. Others ended up, dead. So, just diabolical things have been surrounding his name. And I'm so sorry for using the word diabolical, but that right there is what happens, Oh, sorry about that, guys. Something just fell off oh my God, maybe the Diddy spirit is here with us. God, because something just fell off my table. That is what you guys heard, but I'm sorry about that. So, this thing is just so wild. And R. Kelly was the same. It started out with rumors. Rumors went on for years and years. No one took it seriously. The people who knew about it did not report anything at the time. This guy had so much power, so much money, so people were just taking advantage. And sometimes it's wild because money is the root cause of all evil. Because with money, you get access to so many things. And if you're not of good character, and you do not have a good moral base, a good moral foundation, you might end up doing so many things. So many depraved things, as we've seen Diddy do. Well, if you ask me, did he do it? Did he do it? Did he do it? I will say, well, the truth is in the pudding, to be honest, because with all these people coming out with all these lawsuits, and right now, well, he's inside, so it's just a matter of time. And with these federal cases, they normally have like a 97%, winning rate. So it's more or less the book might be thrown at him, really. And if he did these things, well, just him hitting Cassie the way we saw him do on that hallway, he bet that woman black and blue. That was throwing her around like a rag doll. What was that, honestly? On that alone, he should be held accountable and he should face some time. But with all these different things coming out, with all these different suits that are being filed against him, by not only men, by not only women, but also men, it's crazy. But what is even wild is, what do we think about those that have been associating with him? His best friend, Sean Carter, their namesakes. What about that? They're all so quiet right now. So you're left to wonder, is it it that they were participating, allegedly? Or is it that they were just complacent and they did not report it, they didn't do anything about it? And that alone is very, very bad. That alone they should be held accountable for that alone. But if at all they participated, because we are hearing about all these different videos, you know, Diddy had his whole place bagged. There were cameras all up in that house of his, all those properties, the different homes. And so every time things would go down, this guy is very, very calculated. Because it means everything that goes down in his house is caught on camera. So I'm sure these people are shaking in their boots. If you went to a Diddy party and got down with the get down, if you know what I mean, if you were there partaking of all these even illegal substances, drugs and whatnot, well, you might just be subpoenaed. You might just be called forward to say what you know. And I'm sure so many of these people are running to their lawyers right now. There's so much silence surrounding all this. It's so eerie when you see someone like Usher deleting everything from his Twitter, Jay-Z deleting everything and just having this one post from his Instagram. You know, we are just looking at them and wondering, do they have something to hide? So, you know, us here in Africa, we are also this thing is worldwide, guys. Us in Africa, we are very invested. Especially us, the millennials. You know, some of us grew up in the late 90s, early 2000s. You know, those were our all these people, we jumped to R. Kelly, we jumped to Diddy and his Diddy Bops, you know, the Harlem Shake and everything else. So when we see this, we are very intrigued. And plus, it's also very disheartening because these are our childhood, you know, legends, so to speak. They really entertained us. We really looked up to them. We wanted to be them. You know, we were dressing more or less like, you know, hip-hop days back in the late 90s, early to mid-2000s. It was a time was hard. So when these things happen right now and you see that these people are deviant, as Cat Williams called them, big dick deviants, you're left wondering, what was your childhood really? What were these memories you collected? And this goes to also have us thinking about us morally, honestly, because if these are the people we look up to, if these are the people we mirror, what then does that say about our moral compass? Huh? We have parted so much away from God. These people are highly protected. R. Kelly had done whatever he had done for 20, almost 30 years. And he had gotten away with it for that long. But when the money dried up, and, you know, rumor has it when, you know, the higher ups are done, you know, are done with you, then things like this now start happening. And finally, justice is served. But we have to ask ourselves, why is it taking 20 plus to 30 years for justice to be served? Why are these people getting away with all this? People are getting away with so much. This is like how to get away with murder real life. It is crazy. It is very, very, very disheartening to see all this going on, to see children being taken advantage of. Someone like Usher, what was Usher doing under Diddy as a teenager? Honestly, even parents, Usher's mom, Usher's dad, Usher's parents, where were you? How would you allow a grown man to stay with your child for a whole year? People are diabolical out here. You can't just trust a stranger with your children. You can't even trust your own family members. So how about a stranger? You know, so many people have to be held accountable. I don't know what it is that society needs to do. We need to be vigilant, all of us. Do not allow fame, do not allow money, you know, do not allow all these flashy things in lifestyle, to corrupt your value system, to corrupt your morals, because things like this keep happening. People are victimized. So many people have been victimized by Diddy. There are so many stories out there. And right now we have to believe these things because we are seeing him go down right in front of our eyes. I could have never thought a billionaire like Diddy would be touched. So many people did not imagine a day like this would come, but it was the same for R. Kelly as well. So this goes to show you that it does not matter who you are. When your time comes, you have to pay for the things that you do that are not right with God, that are not morally right, and that are not helping anyone in society. You will pay for all the things you do to people. So make sure you lead good lives, people. These are the lessons we learn, even from us here in Africa. We have to do good by our brothers and sisters. We have to do good by the human race. Because if not only do we affect our own lives, but we end up affecting so many people, including our children. Because now, look at Diddy's legacy. It is tainted. All these children now are victimized. They don't have both parents raising them, especially the daughters who are so young. You know, at least the sons are grown, but the daughters are so young, the twins and the other one, plus the very little one that was now is maybe a year or 2 years old. I'm not so sure, but she's an infant, really. So their lives have been messed up because of, us looking away and allowing such big dick deviants to get away with these things for far too long. Victimizing people just because you have money to pay up for your mess to be cleaned and whatnot. That is not right at all. It is not right. We should do better. We should be better. So anyway, that is my take on this whole Diddy issue. I would like us to, discuss a bit about it on the comment section below. And I promise that we'll continue having a good time. I will be having more and more goodies for you. Deep dives on different topics. We see things happening in society. We discuss a bit and to see how we can better our society. Hopefully one conversation at a time. So people, that is all from me today. Goodbye. God bless. Subscribe, and come back for more. Bye. Kisses.